Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Nurul Bahriyah and this is my first proposal with the topic of landscape planning towards agricultural resilience and sustainable rural cropland in Kampung Membakut, Sabah. As a brief introduction, this research will be focused on agricultural and rural resource development, and one of the main keywords that will be used is agricultural resilience, which refers to the capacity of a farming system to withstand and recover from shocks and negative impacts while continuing to provide essential goods and services. There are three main issues specifically on a rural agriculture areas, which are land fragmentation due to inheritance and population growth, which can cause inefficient land use, unutilized idle land, which relates to the current policy of handing it back to the state government if not developed within 5 years, and lastly, loss of traditional agricultural knowledge. This research will support SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, in terms of reducing waste, conserving resources, and using environmentally friendly farming practices. Moving on to the research aim, which is to integrate agricultural resilience, natural resources preservation, and community well-being in landscape planning of a rural village. This aim is supported by 4 objectives, each focusing on optimizing land use, natural and cultural resources preservation, sustainable water management, and improving economic viability. The scope of this research study includes the study of agricultural resilience, rural resource preservation, and local economic viability. This is the methodology consisting of 4 stages. Most importantly, the IAS methods in stage 3, which includes soil mapping to determine soil and crop suitability, landscape character assessment, and also environmental impact analysis. 2 literature reviews were done. One is to study about the relationship of agriculture activity and rural poverty in Sabah, and the other one is concerning the traditional agricultural knowledge in Ranau, Sabah. Kundasang and Sabah Agriculture Park were used as reference study as they show different contribution of the agricultural sector in terms of local economy and tourism, as well as training and education. Now for the site selection, I have chosen Kampung Brunei Membakut. It is a rural village located in the Membakut sub-district in the interior division of Sabah. The settlement area is approximately 3.7 kilometers from the Membakut district office, located at the town, which the locals call as Buak, and about 6.3 kilometers from Pantai Pimping, a famous rural tourism attraction. The notable site context includes Stesen Kereta Api Membakut, Buak, Pantai Pimping, and of course the Sungai Membakut that divides the settlements area into 2. There are agricultural activities conducted by the locals, but most importantly, the vegetables farmed are mostly traditional and serve various medicinal, dietary, and ritual purposes according to their culture, which gives the potential for Kampung Brunei agricultural development to be different and unique from other agriculture sites. The accessibility into the village is important to analyze the connectivity between the existing agricultural area. It was found that it has poor connectivity due to the separation by linear settlement along the main road as well as idle lands in between. However, this problem actually provides opportunity, as you can see in this SWOT analysis. Stopping points are potential to be proposed along the settlement area as well as idle lands. It is also important to do a mental note on the flooding threat that affect the area once in a while. For the expected outcomes, I came out with this rotating gears diagram, which represents the relationship of rural agriculture development that contributes to the cultural, environment, well-being, and economy of the users and the site. It is essential to understand how wide the opportunities and benefits provided just by developing the agriculture activity. Moving on to Proposal 2 with the title Unifying Kampung Tanjung Aru in Celebrating Harmony in Diversity Among Multi-Ethnic and Multi-Religious Communities. The introduction explains the general knowledge that Sabah, the third most populous state in Malaysia, is well known for the diversity in ethnicity and religion. Therefore, this research will include the demographic of Sabah. This research is conducted by integrating the 3 key elements: community landscape, rural village, and diversity of the community. This research relates to various global issues such as social equity, cultural understanding and awareness, as well as safety concerns. It also acts as a response or proof of the agenda in Sabah regarding the importance of racial unity in diverse communities. The SDG supported includes SDG 11 for sustainable cities and communities and SDG 16 that promotes peace and inclusiveness. The research aim is to analyze the strategies and impact of landscape planning in fostering harmony among multi-ethnic and multi-religious communities. It is supported by 3 objectives, each focusing on implementing inclusive design, studying the culture, and promoting the cultural representations. The study scope covers the impact of diversity of ethnicity and religions on community landscape, challenges and barriers in multicultural environment, and sustainability and long-term effects. Ethnic tolerance in Sabah was studied, which proved the diverse indigenous population and the relationship with the individual acceptance to cohabit or live together. A cultural association in Penampang, Sabah was referred as a good example of education and awareness for the other ethnicities to know about Kadazan Dusun. For the methodology in stage 3, the IAS methods include cultural mapping and visual preference surveys that provide better understanding of the diverse communities' needs and preferences. The selected site is Kampung Tanjung Aru, Kota Kinabalu, which is a charming coastal village known for the breathtaking seaside setting, cultural heritage, and most importantly, welcoming community. Despite being close to the city center, Kampung Tanjung Aru has retained a laid-back village-like atmosphere. The notable site context includes the tourism attraction, namely Tanjung Aru Beach, Tanjung Aru Perdana Park, and hidden gem Jetty Kampung Nelayan, Tanjung Aru. This research would like to highlight the user profile consisting of various ethnic backgrounds as well as religions that can be seen through the various languages or accents and places of worship provided. And these four main set issues are already included in this SWOT analysis, specifically in terms of weakness and threat. While the negative traits focuses on poor visual quality, lack of facilities, safety issues, and waste management, the strengths of Kampung Tanjung Aru are displayed through identity of diverse and welcoming community. For the expected outcomes, harmony in diversity are supposed to act as an opportunity to provide a sustainable and successful community landscape. This can be done through social cohesion and integration, cultural understanding and awareness, and lastly, the perception of safety of the user. And in conclusion, this research will not only benefit the community, but also on state level as Sabah will remain the identity of having excellently harmonious, multi-ethnic and multi-religious community.